there everybody, Chris from Orlando here, and today, are you tired of hearing about Coruscant virus? Cause I sure am tired of talking about it. But while it certainly hasn't gone away, the parks are starting to reopen. Universal was the first one to reopen. Now I'm recording this before the Coruscant numbers from their opening week have come out, so Mr. Editor Man, how's the numbers? Hooray! Or depending on what came before. So with that in mind, let's take a look at what Universal is doing. Hey, there are Chris from Orlando's there too, and what Disney can learn before their own reopening. Let's start with the good that they're doing. First and foremost is the required temperature checks and masks, but this is the bare minimum and it is pretty standard, but it's still good that they're making sure that everyone is good to go. They're even checking the temperature of the team members before they're even allowed to park. Normally when you walk into City Walk, you have some popular music playing over the speakers in order to get everyone excited for the fun times they're about to have. Yay! But now they have a message explaining the new requirements pretty much on a loop from as soon as you get out of your car till you get to the movie theater. It really pounds the message into your head as you become accustomed to your new way of life. They also have plenty of signs reminding you to wash your hands often that point to the nearest restroom. For the most part. Once you get to the parks, one thing you'll immediately notice is that it's actually quite empty. Mostly because the parks are only operating at like 25% capacity currently. But that's still over 11,000 people that could be running around. But hey, with that few people running around, that means the lines are pretty short, right? Let's go on a ride. You're right, most attractions are rocking a less than a 15-minute wait. Keyword, most. But of course, some of the more popular attractions like Mummy and Hagrid's are still going to be up there, so Universal is giving them virtual lines, similar to what they're already doing with Jimmy Fallon and Fast and the Furious. But now on rides that people actually want to go on. This helps reduce the wait time as well as the number of people who are actually waiting in line, which helps since capacity really takes a hit with them only being able to load every other row and only people from the same group in that row. So rest in peace single riders. But how about when you actually get inside the queue? Well, let's look at Gringotts, one of the longest queues around. You'll see that the entire queue, and I do mean all of it, has the social distancing markers placed, and they want to make sure that you're not able to stop. You'll notice that there's no pre-shows, and that means that there probably won't be any pre-shows at Disney when they reopen. Dr. Seeker, no! One other interesting thing I think Disney can learn from Universal's reopening is that it is a requirement before you board any ride vehicle that you use hand sanitizer. Period. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Oh, and if you're not wearing your mask or aren't wearing it correctly, how hard is it to wear it over your fucking nose? Then the team members aren't going to let you ride and may even ask you to leave. Look, I know masks can be uncomfortable in the Florida heat, but hey, they have nice handy areas where you can relax and take off your mask for a spell. It's nice to breathe and take a break from your stanky breath after you ate that chili dog. But as you might notice from this footage, there's not a lot of people using it, which will bring us to the bad. First and foremost, the worst thing that Universal is doing right now is being open at all. Jesus, man, we were nowhere near ready for this thing to be open. We're all doomed. Doomed! But unfortunately, can't change that now, so we're stuck with it. But the biggest thing that Disney needs to learn from Universal's reopening is enforcement of the rules. Seems strange, right? After all, I was just gushing about how they're doing inside the rides. Well, that's because attractions team members are the best. Fight me! Then again, I shouldn't be surprised based on how well they deal with smokers. Disney has always come down like an avalanche when it comes to smokers smoking outside the designated area. This includes you too, vapors. We get it, you vape! But Universal always kinda had that problem despite many smoking areas throughout the parks. So while a good 90% of people were following the rules and keeping their masks on, That's still 10% who could send us to the Shadow Realm. I saw a guy hanging out with his mask off mere yards away from the designated mask-free area. Like, seriously, dude, get your butt over there. And again, the mask doesn't work if it doesn't cover your nose, you idiot! These things are addressed when people enter a queue, but while walking around, there's not a lot of people to call them out. I've seen maybe a few near the entrance to the park, but that's about it. If Disney can learn one thing from Universal's reopening, it's that they need lots of people roaming around making sure that people follow this very important rule. So Disney, I hope you're taking notes, and maybe that's why you're choosing to open up a month later than everyone else. Because I want the parks to reopen, but more importantly, I want everyone to be safe. And if safety is indeed the first key, well, they wouldn't be opening it at all. But we'll just say hopefully they'll improve on what came before. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more theme park videos, as well as our final 2 Disney Park Trivia live streams. And also follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Come on over, y'all. I share memes. I'm Crystal Orlando, reminding y'all once again to make sure the mask is covering your nose! Take care, y'all. One love. Don't hurt nobody.